You know, the Ford Focus EV was a monumental flop. Then came the Mach-E. Now this thing proved to be a legitimate contender. Well, now there's a new boss in town. This is the GT Performance Edition. Even on a dark and dank day like this, it still makes you smile. Beneath the brakework, the GT Performance comes with an extended range 98.8 kilowatt-hour battery. While Ford says it delivers a driving range of 418 kilometers, in sub-zero temperatures, the range drops as it does with all electric cars. In this case, it dropped to around 280 kilometers. The good news is it actually delivered this range, a 125-kilometre highway-only drive with no regen braking left 113 kilometres and over 50% in the battery. Add regen braking to the mix and this thing will go a lot further. On-road, a splash-and-go charge puts 95 kilometres of range into the battery in 10 minutes. At home, a level 2 charger needs a full night to replenish it. Now you can forget the 110-volt option. It takes almost 100 hours to go from empty to full. The battery powers 2 electric motors, one driving each axle, which brings an all-wheel drive extension. It powers the rear motor under normal driving but brings the front motor into play when more traction is needed or the driver hammers the accelerator. On that note, the GT delivers a serious kick. The Performance Edition twists out a net system output of 480 horsepower and 634 pound-feet of torque. All that delicious instant-on electric torque brings a monster launch off the line and a run to 100k of 3.7 seconds. To put that into perspective, this thing is on a par with the 760 horsepower supercharged GT500. That little tidbit tells you an awful lot about how sweet this Mach-E is. The Performance Edition rides 18mm lower than the base model and it earns MagnaRide adaptive dampers. These things are masterful at getting things right. In an urban setting, the ride is refined. Push the car hard and body roll all but disappears. The steering is also surprisingly quick. Normally a car that tips the scales at 2,300 kilograms does not like to deviate from the straight ahead. In this case, the low-slung battery, all-wheel drive and sharp steering bring remarkable handling. Yes, if you push too hard, it does slip into understeer, but that's only when serious liberties are taken. Now, this electric Mustang really only has a passing resemblance to its gas-powered siblings. However, you get the sense that Ford wanted to take the Mustang nameplate beyond the gasoline era. Long after the GT500 has become a trailer queen, this thing is still going to be turning heads. The drive modes do make a big difference. Whisper is for those times when range is key. Engage is the best everyday mode as it balances range with power. The real giddy-up is found in Unbridled. It puts outright performance ahead of everything and really does showcase the GT's true potential. The Mach-E offers a true one-pedal drive. It uses regen braking to slow and stop the vehicle without having to use the brake pedal. However, should the need arise, the Performance Edition has large fade-free Brembo brakes. Just the thing for a hard and fast track session. Inside, the Performance is all Mach-E. Ahead of the driver is a 10.2-inch instrumentation screen with a large 15.5-inch infotainment screen to the right. The setup strikes the right balance between touch controls and knobs for the radio, and it's easy to master and use. In short, it's one of the best in a Ford. Where things really do differ from other Mustangs is the GT Performance has a usable back seat and lots of cargo space. There's 480 litres with the seats up and 1,685 litres when folded. You'll also find a 139-litre front trunk. This GT Performance Edition really is a story of two very different cars. In the city, it's refined, it's got a very nice cabin, and of course, all that utility. However, you cut those electrons loose, and this thing becomes a fast and furious drive that leaves the driver with a big smile on his face every time. The bonus in all of this, well, you'll never get gouged at a gas station ever again. That's what I call a winner.
Launched in 1988, it was only found on TV. Not anymore. We have a robust website with the best auto journalists in the country. Our Facebook, where the only topic of conversation is cars, and where it's easy to win cool swag. YouTube, which boasts 30 years of archives at your fingertips, including complete episodes. Cool shirts, right? For the first time ever, we're selling them. Google Motoring TV Shop to get yours today.